Hi, today we're talking about coding tags and nesting. Let's start at the beginning. HTML is not a developing language. HTML is a semantic modeling language used to model your documents. That means every element used to create the HTML document has a role, influencing how the web browser parse and render the document, and more important, the way that the search engines read, understand, and classify the documents. Finally, the look of the documents will be defined by the CSS style sheet. In HTML, as in other coding language, we have elements to represent the different objects in our design. The most elements contain another elements, but some elements can do it. We call them empty elements. Are empty elements the line breaks, the horizontal rule, the metadata, and image insertion, among others. The empty elements must be coded using just one tag. The rest elements always have two tags, one start tag and one closing tag. The practice of insert an element inside another is called nesting. This is because if an element needs to contain in B element, the tag of element B must be closed into the tag of element A. We can understand better this concept if we compare with a Matryoshka doll. The importance of this simile is understand that you never can close one door if the bigger door is closed. You always must close one door immediately you put its contents and before close the bigger one. Let's see a graphic representation of this principle. Let's suppose that we have some text into a paragraph followed by an image and both are included inside a rectangle. You will see that I wrote an additional text inside the tag. They are called attributes and is used to define some properties of the object. The attributes must be written always in the start tag. We need to use the P element to paragraph and the ENG element for the image. Then we use a div element to involve both last elements to create a rectangle around it. Now let's suppose that we need to highlight a phrase into the text. Then we need to put an element around the text to highlight, maybe a bold B element. Really, the correct element must be span, but to this explanation, B works fine. Now let's suppose that our client needs to add another paragraph before the first one and separate them by a horizontal rule. So we need to add a new element, paragraph or P, before the first one and insert a new paragraph inside. Between the two paragraphs, we put a horizontal rule element, HR. You can see the empty elements don't need closing tags. In a current nesting, if we trace a square involving each tag, the border of squares never crossing. If we find any crossing, the nesting is wrong, as trying to close a small dot after close the big one, and we need to fix it.